Hello, book folding friends. Elizabeth Gale here. Welcome in and thank you for joining me. Our book folding pattern of the month for May is the word mom or mum with a heart. This is the book that I folded from the pattern. Your book will be a beautiful gift of love that your mother will cherish. You can make it for her birthday, Mother's Day, or really any day that you want to say, I love you. The heart in the center can symbolize either the letter O for mom or the letter U for mum. So let's take a look at the pattern. I'll put a link in the description to my shop online where you can get the mom pattern. It comes as a digital file in PDF format. You download it to your computer, and then after you download it, you print it out. So I've got the pattern printed out here. When you order the mom pattern, you'll also receive a free PDF file of my ebook. It's called Traditional Book Folding, a Step-by-Step Illustrated Guide. If you're a beginner, this how-to guide is perfect for you. It's 68 pages long, and it has lots of clear photos in it that you can follow. You'll learn everything you need to know about traditional book folding from start to finish, like the proper tools, how to select a book, how to calculate your start page, and a lot more. With my simple method, you'll soon be making beautiful book art, even if you've never before folded a book. The guide also has 3 patterns in it for you to fold. There's a cute rabbit, a fun ice skate, and a sweet petite heart. To go straight to the patterns, you'll open the PDF of the guide after you download it, and then you'll scroll down to page 55. That's where the patterns begin. And remember that you get the how-to guide with the 3 bonus patterns in it completely for free, along with your order of the mom pattern. So let's look back at that. This cover page gives you specific information about the project. If you look right here, you'll see the method we'll be using is the traditional measure, mark, and fold method. And there's no cutting required, only folding. Next, you'll see the number of folds is 215, which is 430 numbered pages. And as a quick refresher, remember that in book folding, a fold with a capital F is a single sheet of paper in your book. It's a single sheet that's numbered on both sides. For example, in our sample book here, we've got page in a book. This single sheet of paper in book folding is a fold. And of course, it's numbered on both sides. So one fold equals 2 numbered pages because each fold or sheet of paper is numbered on both sides. So if we look back at our pattern, you can see that's why this is doubled here. 215 folds or sheets of paper equals 430 numbered pages. So the pattern is telling us we need to use a book that has at least 430 numbered pages in it so that the mom pattern will fit into that book. If we look at the next line, you'll see the height of the book you'll need is at least 22 centimeters. And when I say 22 centimeters, I'm talking about the cover of the book, not the pages inside. The pages of a book are always shorter than its covers. You can use a book that's taller than 22 centimeters. This one that I folded, let's see, it is right at 23.5 centimeters tall. So if your book is over 22 centimeters, that's fine. The mom design will still look good. Let's go to the next page of the pattern. You'll see that it's the typical table of measurements that you'll be working through, where each line of the pattern equals 1 page in your book. If we look at fold number 1, it has a first measurement of 14.0 centimeters and a second measurement of 15.0 centimeters. And then the pattern continues all the way up through fold number 215, which has measurements of 14.1 and 15.0 centimeters. Let's go back to the first page. And let's do these first 5 folds together. We'll measure, mark, and fold them, and that'll get you off to a good start, and then you'll be able to see how the letter M begins. I've got my book here ready to go along with the pattern. And I like to wrap a piece of elastic around the pages that I'm not folding, just holds them down and helps keep those out of the way. And for measuring and marking, I'm going to use my Incra Precision T-Rule ruler. I've used this ruler for many years for book folding, and I just love it. The best thing about it is this red T-bar at the top, and what that does is it keeps the 0 at the same point at the top of every page of your book, so that way your folds stay nice and straight and professional looking. And I'll put a link to this ruler in the description in case you're interested in it. For fold number 1, we have measurements of 14.0 and 15.0. Let's mark those. And this ruler has slots in it, so I can see the edge of the paper right through those slots, and then my pencil will just drop right down in the slots. So let's do 14.0 and 15.0. I like to check those off, keep track of my progress. Tuck that under. And for fold number 2, we've got measurements of 13.9 and 15.0 again. So it's 13.9, 15.0. And you can see the marks there on the edge of the page. And for fold number 3, measurements of 6.0 and 7.0. For fold number 4, measurements of 13.9 and 15.0 again. And sometimes the measurements will repeat. That just builds up the design and the pattern, so that's not a typo. So we'll do 13.9 and 15.0 again. $13.9, 15.0. And for fold number 5, measurements of 6.0 and 7.0. We've finished marking folds 1 through 5, so now let's go back and fold those. For folding, I like to use this thin metal ruler made by Westcott. It's got cork on the back so it won't slip on the paper. So I like to put this edge against the spine and then the opposite edge on the mark. And so for fold number 1, we're folding measurements of 14.0 and 15.0. And I like to use a bone folder to get a nice sharp crease on the edge of the paper. Second mark, measurement of 15.0. Let's tuck that under. And fold number 2, measurements of 13.9 and 15.0. And on fold number 3, measurements of 6.0 and 7.0. And that's crossing the spine just a little bit, so I'm going to dog ear that back. Or fold number 4, measurements of 13.9 and 15.0. And if you like to use a different folding method instead of putting the ruler up against the spine, like maybe you like to use the 90-degree method, that is perfectly fine. Whatever method you use for folding, the finished design will look the same on the edges of the pages. This is just my personal preference. This method works best for me, but you use whichever folding method that you prefer. And we're on fold number 5, measurements of 6.0 and 7.0. And again, that crossed the spine a little. Dog ear that back. Okay, we have completed folds 1 through 5. And those are the beginning of this capital letter M right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it's the serifs on that capital letter M right there. That's what we just did. So you'll just continue working on up through the pattern. Up through that last fold, which will be fold number 215, with measurements of 14.1 and 15.0 centimeters. And that is that last little fold right here at the edge of the lowercase m, right there. And after you fold that one, you'll have your finished mom design. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll pick up the mom pattern and give this one a try. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and give me a like. I appreciate it. That really helps me out. And if you're brand new to book folding, I've made a video just for you here on my channel that teaches you all the steps from start to finish. You'll learn about the tools you need, how to pick out a book, how to calculate your start page, everything you need to know. And I'll put a link to that video right here on the screen at the end of this one, so you can click on that and watch it next. God bless you, and thanks for watching.